imzaları getirecekler. Bizim bayrak.
May I request all the delegates to kindly take their seats so that we may start the proceedings of the concluding ceremony. Honorable Speaker and the Chairman of the Trilateral meeting, do I have your permission to start the proceedings of the concluding ceremony? We begin the concluding ceremony of the third Trilateral Speakers meeting of Pakistan, Azerbaijan, and Turkey with the recitation of the Holy Quran by Qari Ikramullah Mohsin.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لو أنزلنا هذا القرآن على جبل لرأيته خاشعا متصدعا من خشية الله وتلك الأمثال نضربها للناس لعلهم يتفكرون هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو عالم الغيب والشهادة هو الرحمن الرحيم صدق الله العظيم. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. If we had sent down this Quran on a mountain, you would have seen it humbled and cracking out of fear of Allah. We present such examples to people so that they may think and reflect. He is Allah. There is no God except Him. He knows the unseen and the visible. He is the most gracious, the most merciful. Allah always says the truth. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Distinguished delegates, the third trilateral meeting of the honorable speakers of Azerbaijan, Pakistan, and Turkey have agreed to a joint way forward named the Islamabad Declaration 2025. May I request the three honorable speakers to kindly sign the document and give life to it. The document may please be placed before the three honorable speakers. May I now request with utmost respect to the Honorable Speaker of Pakistan and the Chairman of the Third Trilateral meeting, I guess the signatures are still there.
कोई बात नहीं. We will not start without signing, don't worry.
Photograph?
No, you've already said it.
Sir, you may take the floor, sir.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Your Excellency, Madam Sahiba Ghafarova, Chair of the Milli Majlis of Azerbaijan, Your Excellency Professor Dr. Noman Kurtulamus, Speaker of the Grand National Assembly of Turkey, Honorable Members of Parliament from Pakistan, Azerbaijan and Turkey, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. It is with a profound sense of accomplishment that I welcome you back to this concluding session. Over the course of these day-long deliberations, our discussion has been rich, our contribution passionate, and our commitments resolved. We culminate this third trilateral speakers conference having written a new chapter in the fraternal bonds between our nations. We have achieved something vital, a unified resolve to create powerful synergies of our own focused goals, a more secure, peaceful, and prosperous region for our people. We spoke with one voice, a voice of unwavering solidarity against the act of aggression that threatens our collective peace. The military confrontation Pakistan faced was a stark reminder of the threat to sovereign borders. In that critical moment, the support from our brothers in Turkey and Azerbaijan transcended diplomatic courtesy. It was a profound manifestation of shared destiny and a common resolve. The same spirit of solidarity is the bedrock of Pakistan's steadfast support for Azerbaijan's complete territorial integrity and for Turkey's just position on northern Cyprus. For us, defending the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the brotherly nation is not a policy choice. It is a moral duty and a fundamental right we will always uphold together. Yet our decision honestly confronted the painful reality that our region remains plagued by long-standing injustices and poisoned the well of global peace and security. The genocide in Gaza and the decade-long systematic oppression of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir are not merely political disputes, they are open wounds on the conscience of the world. They represent a dangerous normalization of state terrorism and blatant dismantling of the rules-based international order. We have seen how the brutal use of force, the imposition of illegal settlements, and the gross human rights violation have become a tool of occupation, challenging the very civilized nation are expected to conduct themselves. Our support for the legitimate struggle of the Palestinian people for their inalienable right remain unshakable. The recent concluded Gaza ceasefire deal is a significant welcome towards the global agreed two-state solution. It has surely brought hope for peace in the Middle East, in particular the world in general. However, we must now be relentless in our pursuit to translate these bold declarations into concrete, tangible actions that end the 7-decade-long suffering of the Palestinian people. Furthermore, we wisely recognize that our concept of security must evolve. Beyond traditional military threats, we face the insidious challenges of terrorism that exploit ungoverned space and prey upon instability. While Pakistan on the front line of this fight continues to champion regional peace, as demonstrated by our recent strategic agreement with Saudi Arabia, we must collectively urge all neighbors, particularly Afghan government, to act as responsible stakeholders and honor their commitment to prevent their territory from being used as a launching pad for terror. The recent incident of joint unprovoked attack by the Taliban and Indian-sponsored Fitna al-Khawarij is simply unacceptable. It was repelled by our brave armed forces with an iron fist. While Pakistan calls upon Taliban-led Afghan regime to ensure complete stop of use of Afghan soil for terrorism in Pakistan, we expect that the sacrifice of Pakistan is hosting and supporting Afghan people during the last 5 decades will be reciprocated in the same spirit of gratitude and kindness. Finally, with great foresight, we have elevated a critical, non-traditional threat that respects no borders, the existential danger of climate change. From the biblical scale floods that have submerged parts of Pakistan and devastated our agricultural heartland, to the fierce wildfires that have scarred Turkey's beautiful landscape, and the creeping challenges of water scarcity and desertification in Azerbaijan, we are all on the front line of this global crisis. This shared vulnerability demands nothing less than a unified and robust response. We must pioneer a regional model of cooperation focused on disaster preparedness, share early warning systems, investing in renewable energy, and implementing joint adaptation and mitigation projects to secure a sustainable future for our children. The Islamabad Declaration we will adopt is not merely a document, it is a blueprint for our collective future. It reaffirms our commitment to a strategic partnership that is proactive, not reactive. It is a pledge to enhance our communication and foster integration, especially during times of crisis. It is a framework for structured dialogue that will integrate our effort at a political, diplomatic, military, and social level. It is our united demand for a just and lasting peace for Palestine and Kashmir, in accordance with the aspirations of the people and the resolution of the UN Security Council. And crucially, it is a vow to build a shared fortress of resilience against the escalating threats of climate change. This shared vision forged in a deliberation today charts a clear and confident course for future of our fraternal alliance. Excellency, I am thankful to you for proposing to invite delegations from both countries to Azerbaijan to discuss the climate issues in detail and in depth. The strength of our partnership is built on the contributions of each nation. It is now my privilege to invite the voice of resilient and courageous nation, Azerbaijan. The floor is now open for Her Excellency Madam Sahiba Ghaforova, Chair of the Milli Majlis of Azerbaijan, for her concluding remarks. Thank you, Excellency.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hörmətli Pakistan İslam
Honorable
Respublikası Milli
Sardar
Assambleyasının sədri,
Ayaz Sadiq,
Cənab
Speaker of the
Sərdar
National
Ayaz
Assembly
Sadiq,
of the Islamic Republic of
Türkiyə
Pakistan,
Böyük Millət
Honorable
Məclisinin
Mr.
sədri
Numan
cənab
Kurtuluş,
Əziz dostlar,
Speaker of the Grand
xanımlar və
National
cənablar.
Assembly of Turkey, dear friends, ladies and gentlemen,
Azərbaycan,
we are
Pakistan
now
və
approaching to the
Türkiyə
conclusion of the
parlament
third
sədrləri
trilateral
üçün
meeting
sonuna
of speakers
yaxınlaşır.
of the parliaments of
Mən bir
Azerbaijan,
nümayəndə
Pakistan and
heyətimizin
Turkey.
adına
Once
Pakistan
again,
Milli Assambleyasına,
on behalf of our
hörmətli cənab
delegation, I would
sədr
like to express
Sərdar
our
Ayaz
gratitude
Sadiqə bu
to the
görüşümüzün
National
ən
Assembly
yüksək
of
səviyyədən
Pakistan and the
təşkilinə
Honorable Speaker,
göstərilən
Mr. Sardar
səmimi
Ayaz Sadiq, for the
qonaqpərvərliyə
outstanding
görə
organization
minnətdarlıq
of our
bildirirəm.
meeting at the
Həqiqətən
highest
də
level,
qardaş
for the
Pakistanda
sincere
özümüzü
hospitality.
öz
Indeed,
vətənimizdə
in brotherly
kimi
Pakistan, we
hiss
feel
edirik.
ourselves
Bugün
like in
gözəl
our
və
own
çiçəklənən
homeland.
İslamabad
Today,
şəhərində
while communicating with
Pakistanlı
our
qardaş və
Pakistani brothers
bacılarımızla
and sisters
ünsiyyətdə
in the
olarkən
beautiful and
biz
prosperity
bir daha
city of
xalqlarımızın
Islamabad, we
bir-biri ilə
once
nə
again
qədər
witnessed
yaxın və
how
doğma
close and
olduğunun
narrative people,
şahidi olduq.
our peoples are
Ortaq
to each
dilimiz,
other.
baxışlarımız,
Our
eyni
common
adət
religions,
ənənələrimiz,
our
mədəni və
views,
mənəvi
our same
dəyərlərimiz,
customs and
bütün
traditions,
bunlar
our cultural and
xalqlarımızı
spiritual
bir-birinə
values,
sıx
all
birləşdirən
these are
mühüm
important
amillərdir.
factors that
Və heç
closely
şübhəsiz
unite
ki, bu
our peoples,
amillərə
and there is no
əsaslanan
doubt that our
münasibətlərimiz
relation based on
bundan
these
sonra da
factors
ən
will
səmimi
continue
şəkildə
in the
davam
most
edəcək
sincere way
və
and will
daha da
become even
güclənəcək.
stronger.
Hörmətli həmkarlar,
Esteemed colleagues,
parlament
as
sədrləri
speakers of the
olaraq biz bu
parliaments,
gün
today we have
regionumuzda
reviewed
və
the
ümumən
ongoing
beynəlxalq
processes in
aləmdə
our region
baş
and the
verən
international
prosesləri
arena
və
more
ölkələrimiz
broadly,
arasındakı
as well as the
əlaqələri
relations between
nəzərdən
our
keçirdik.
countries, and shared our
Ortaq maraq
perspectives
kəsb edən
on matters
məsələlərə
of
dair
mutual interest.
düşüncələrimizi də paylaşdıq. Pakistan
I
İslam
would like to once
Respublikasının
again convey
prezidenti,
my
Zat-ı Aliləri Cənab
profound
Asif Əli
gratitude to His
Zərdariyə
Excellency
bizi
Mr.
qəbul
Asif
etdiyinə
Ali
görə bir
Zardari,
daha dərin
President of the
minnətdarlıq
Islamic
bildirirəm.
Republic of
Bu
Pakistan, for
görüşdə
receiving
hörmətli
us.
cənab
This meeting
prezidentin həm
afforded us an
ölkələrimiz və
opportunity to
xalqlarımız
gain
arasındakı
insight into the
əlaqələrə
perspective
dair
of the
baxışları,
esteemed
həm
President
də
on the relations
parlamentlərimiz
between our
arasındakı
countries and
əməkdaşlığın daha
peoples,
da
as well as
gücləndirilməsi
on
ilə
further
bağlı
strengthening the
düşüncələri
cooperation
ilə
between
yaxından
our
tanış olmaq
parliaments.
imkanımız oldu.
In our trilateral meeting, we reaffirmed that the relations between our countries, be it Azerbaijan-Turkey and Azerbaijan-Pakistan or Turkey-Pakistan relations, are of the highest level of mutual support, unity and solidarity. These relations cover almost all aspects of the interstate relations and are becoming stronger and deeper day by day. The main point that draws attention in these relations is that all issues are considered precisely from the perspective of friendship and brotherhood. I would like to touch upon the meeting between the President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Mr. Ilham Aliyev, and the Prime Minister of Islamic Republic of Pakistan, Mr. Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif, in Tianjin, China on September 1st of this year. During this meeting, while congratulating Pakistan on its victory over India, President Ilham Aliyev stated that in response to our country's support, India has attempted to retaliate against Azerbaijan in international organizations, but it holds no significance for our country because for Azerbaijan, brotherly relations take precedence over above all. At the Trilateral Summit held in Lachin in May this year, we witnessed the elevation of relations between our brotherly countries to the level of trilateral strategic partnership. Thanks to the determination of our country leaders, Mr. Ilham Aliyev, Mr. Recep Tayyip Erdogan, Mr. Shehbaz Sharif. It took at the geopolitical map of the world, we will rarely find three other countries with such close relations. These trilateral relations between Azerbaijan, Pakistan and Turkey are truly of a strategic partnership nature. Dear colleagues, in line with relations between our brotherly countries today, we discussed the current state and future prospects of trilateral cooperation among our parliaments, as well as ways to further strengthen this mechanism and transform it into one of the effective tools of parliamentary diplomacy. Today, our parliamentary members also engage in separate exchange of views on the topics of our event. I consider the engagement of our parliamentarians in this trilateral cooperation platform to be highly beneficial. I believe that we must further strengthen our existing ties in a practical manner, aligned with the cooperation agendas of our respective countries. In terms of supporting the efforts of our governments in the legislative sphere, the dialogue and exchange of experiences among committees operating in relevant fields, as well as among women and young parliamentarians within the framework of this platform, will serve to further broaden the scope of our cooperation. I would like to touch upon the issues that our parliamentarians have discussed, and I would like to thank the Pakistani side for identifying these important issues as topics for discussion. Of course, the protection of territorial integrity and sovereignty, solidarity against external threats is the issue that best demonstrates the brotherhood and mutual support of our countries. And it is very useful for our parliamentarians to exchange views on this matter. Another very important issue is climate change and disaster resilience. Today we visited Pakistan's National Disaster Management Authority and got acquainted with the work done there. I would like to congratulate brotherly Pakistan for the measures taken in the field of disaster management. Unfortunately, the current reality is that climate change has become one of the most serious problems of our time. No country is immune to the negative effects of climate change. Today, everyone faces natural disasters. I would like to note that we met with great sadness the earthquake in brotherly Turkey and the floods in brotherly Pakistan. Azerbaijan tried to show its brotherly support from the very first minutes. Indeed, climate change and disaster are issues that require urgent steps and joint measures. As you know, during COP29, which Azerbaijan hosted last November, our country tried to unite all efforts in this direction, especially taking into account the interests and needs of developing countries and succeeded in it. At the same time,
Aynı zamanda
The
Milli
Milli
Meclis'te
Meclis,
COP29
by organizing a
çerçevesinde
parliamentary meeting
parlamentler arası
with the
ittifakla
Interparliamentary
birlikte
Union within
parlament
the
görüşü
framework
teşkil
of
ederek iklim
COP29,
değişmelerine
also
karşı
tried to strengthen
mübarizede
the activities of
parlamentlerin de
parliaments in
faaliyetinin
the fight
güçlendirilmesine
against climate
çalıştı.
change.
Bu manada
In this
iklim
sense,
değişmeleri
I
ve
view
tabii
it as very
felaketlere karşı
useful to
mübarize
consider the
mevzusunun
issue of
üç taraflı
combating climate change and
emektaşlığımız
natural
çerçevesinde
disasters within the
nəzərdən
framework of our
keçirilmesini
Trilateral
oldukça
cooperation.
faydalı hesab edirəm. Düşünürəm ki,
I think that
komitələrimiz
we can
arasındakı
start
praktik
practical cooperation
əməkdaşlıqla
between
elə
our
ilk
committees
olaraq bu
with this
məsələdən də
issue
başlaya
first.
bilərik. Hörmətli həmkarlar,
Esteemed
üçüncü
colleagues,
üçtərəfli
at
görüşümüzün
the
yekunu
conclusion of
olaraq
our third
biz az
trilateral
öncə
meeting, we
İslamabad
have just
bəyannaməsini
adopted the
də
Islamabad
qəbul etdik.
Declaration. The
Bəyannamə
declaration
ölkələrimiz arasındakı
comprehensively
qardaşlıq
covers
əlaqələrinin
all
bütün
aspects of the
aspektlərini
fraternal
əhatə edir. Eyni
relation
zamanda
between our countries. At
parlamentlərimizin
the same
birgə
time, it
fəaliyyətinin
underscores
əhəmiyyətini
the importance
vurğulayır.
of joint activities of
Əməkdaşlığımızın
our
da
parliaments
daha da
and identifies
genişləndirilməsi
new
üçün yeni
opportunities for
imkanlar
the
təsbit
further
edir.
expansion of our
Bəyannamə
cooperation. The
həmçinin
declaration
regional və
also
qlobal
reflects our
proseslərə
common views
münasibətdə
regarding
ortaq baxışlarımızı
regional
əks
and global
etdirir.
processes.
Qeyd edim
I
ki,
would like to
sülh,
emphasize
təhlükəsizlik və
that our
tərəqqinin
positions
əldə
on the
olunması
necessary
üçün
steps to achieve
atılması
peace,
zəruri olan
security, and
addımlara dair
progress are
mövqelərimiz
identical.
eynidir. Biz bu
We stress the importance of
istiqamətdə
dialogue,
diyaloq,
mutual
qarşılıqlı anlaşma və
understanding, and
kollektiv
collective
səylərin
efforts in this
vacibliyini
regard.
qeyd edirik. Artıq
As
bəyannamədə
already
qeyd
noted in
olunduğu
the
kimi,
declaration,
növbəti
the
dördüncü
next
görüş
fourth meeting
Azərbaycanda
will be held in
keçiriləcək.
Azerbaijan.
Biz Milli
On
Məclis
behalf of
olaraq
the
bu
Milli
birlik
Meclis,
və
we
həmrəylik
stand fully prepared
tədbirimizi
to
ən
host
yüksək
this event
şəkildə
of
keçirməyə
unity
hazırıq
and
və
solidarity
sizlərlə
at the
Azərbaycanda
highest level
görüşməyə də
and look
şad
forward
olacağıq.
to meeting you
Hörmətli
in
həmkarlar,
Azerbaijan.
əziz
Esteemed
dostlar,
colleagues, dear
ötən bir
friends,
neçə
as a
saat
result of
ərzində
the exchange
apardığımız
of
fikir
views and
mübadiləsi
meetings
və
we have
keçirdiyimiz
conducted over the
görüşlərin
past several hours,
nəticəsində
we can
əminliklə deyə bilərik
confidently
ki,
assert
üçüncü
that
üçtərəfli
our
görüşümüz
third
çox
trilateral
səmərəli
meeting
və
has been
məhsuldar
highly
oldu.
productive and fruitful.
Və yekunda
To conclude,
mən bir
I
daha
would like to
Pakistan
once
Milli
again extend my
Assambleyasının sədri
sincere
hörmətli
gratitude to
Sərdar
the
Ayaz
Honorable
Sadiqə,
Speaker of the
Azərbaycan,
National Assembly
Pakistan və
of
Türkiyə
Pakistan,
parlament
Mr.
sədrlərinin
Sardar
üçüncü
Ayaz
tərəfli
Sadiq,
görüşünün
for the
yüksək səviyyədə
exemplary
təşkilinə görə
organization of
təşəkkür
the
edirəm
third
və
trilateral
əminəm
meeting
ki,
of the
parlamentlərimiz
speakers of the
arasındakı
parliaments
bu
of
səmərəli
Azerbaijan,
əməkdaşlıq
Pakistan, and
formatı
Turkey.
birgə
I'm confident that this
səylərimizlə bundan
fruitful
sonra
format
doğrudan
of the
davam
parliamentary cooperation will
edəcəkdir.
continue
Bu
success through the
əməkdaşlıq
collective
xalqlarımızı
effort. This
bir-birinə
cooperation
daha da
draws our peoples
yaxınlaşdırır,
closer, serves the
ölkələrimizin
interests of
maraqlarına
our
xidmət
nations,
edir,
and
onlar
contributes to the
arasındakı dostluq
further
və qardaş
strengthening the bonds
əlaqələrinin
of friendship,
birlik və
brotherhood,
həmrəyliyin daha da
unity, and
güclənməsinə
solidarity
tövbə
among
verir.
us.
Diqqətinizə görə
Thank you
təşəkkür
for
edirəm.
your attention.
Thank you, Excellency. I now have the great honor to invite the representative of a nation with which our connection is historic, deep, and unbreakable. I invite His Excellency Professor Dr. Numan Kurtulmus, Speaker of the Grand National Assembly of Turkey, to share his concluding thoughts.
Thank you. Pakistan Ulusal Meclisi
Teşekkür
Başkanı,
ediyorum.
kıymetli dostum, kardeşim
Speaker of the
Serdar
National
Ayaz
Assembly
Sadıklı
of
Efendi,
Pakistan, my dear
Azerbaycan
friend, His
Milli Meclisi
Excellency
Başkanı,
Serdar Ayaz
hürmetli
Sadık,
hanımefendi, değerli kardeşim Sayın
Speaker
Sahiba
of
Gafarova,
the Milli Meclis
Pakistan,
of Azerbaijan,
Türkiye
Her
ve
Excellency Sahiba
Azerbaycan
Gafarova,
Ulusal Meclisi'nin değerli
and
mensupları,
esteemed
kıymetli
members,
basın mensupları,
parliamentarians
hepinize hayırlı
from
akşamlar diliyorum.
the parliaments
Bugün
of all
burada
three countries,
bu
distinguished
üçüncü
participants.
toplantıda,
So we have gathered
toplantıda
today on the third
İslamabad'da bulunmaktan
edition
dolayı
of
duyduğum
this
memnuniyeti bir kez daha ifade etmek
trilateral
istiyorum.
meeting in
Ayrıca
Azerbaijan.
sabahtan beri gördük
And
ki fevkalade
ever since
güzel
the
bir
early hours of the
organizasyonla
morning,
bu
we have
toplantıya
seen
ev
that this has
sahipliği
been a
yapan
great event.
Pakistan
That's why
Ulusal
I would
Meclisi
like to
Başkanı'na da değerli dostuma
thank
canı yürekten
the
teşekkürlerimi
Speaker of the
ifade etmek
National
istiyorum.
Assembly of Pakistan for this
Toplantımızın
great event.
başlangıcında değerli mevkidaşlarımız ile bir araya
We
geldiğimiz
have
icra toplantısında
gathered in the
güçlü
executive committee
mekanizmamızı
meeting
daha
where
kalıcı ve
my colleagues and I
kurumsallaşmış bir
got
düzeye
together
nasıl
and
taşıyabileceğimiz
we held
konusunda
consultations
verimli
on
istişarelerde
how to
bulunduk.
make sure that we
Parlamentolarımız
render
arasındaki
this
güçlü
trilateral
işbirliğinin güçlü bir
mechanism
zeminde
a
ilerlemesi
more
konusunda da
permanent one.
müşterek irademizi
And
bir kere daha ortaya
we are
koyduk.
also happy
vesileyle
that we have common
herhalde
will to
parlamentolarımızın
have much of a
üzerimizde de bir
stronger
sorumluluk var diye
collaboration among
düşünüyorum.
parliaments.
Hükümetlerimiz
And this is
arasında
a responsibility for the
yüksek düzeyli
parliaments.
stratejik
At
işbirliği
the
seviyesinin
government
çok üstünde
level, we are
düzeyli
way
kardeşlik
over the high
seviyesinde
level strategic
ilişkiler vardır.
level. We have
Bu
brotherly
ilişkileri
relations, we have amicable
parlamentolarımızın
relations,
da
and
çok
we want
kuvvetli bir
these
şekilde
relations
ilerletmesi
to be
ve bunun
further
için de
advanced
parlamenter
by the parliaments as well. And for that, we have
diplomasının da
to make
her üç
use of
parlamentonun
all
da
facilities
üzerinde
to
önemli
be
bir
offered
tarihi
by
sorumluluk
parliamentary
olduğunu
diplomacy.
düşünüyorum.
That's why we have an
Diğer
historical
taraftan
responsibility
toplantımız
upon
için
us.
belirlenen ana
On the other
temamız ile
hand, we had the main theme for this meeting, and our parliamentarians have held discussions on defense and security, sustainable development, climate change, and disaster resilience, a wide range of topics which are not only relevant to our countries but for the region and for the rest of the world. So I think these discussions have been very timely.
İcra toplantımızda
In the
önümüzdeki dönemde
executive
ele
meeting,
almamızda
we
fayda
have had the
gördüğümüz konularda
opportunity to
istişare etme
consult
fırsatını
on
bulduk.
topics
Yapay zeka,
to be
yeni
covered
teknolojiler,
in the upcoming
dijital alanda
period,
kaydedilen
AI,
ilerlemenin
new
beraberinde getirdiği
technologies,
zorlukların
and
yanı sıra
also progress in the
ulaştırma,
digital
enerji,
field,
ticaret ve
along with the
altyapı
challenges
ağlarının
that they bring, and also
güçlendirilmesiyle
transportation,
ülkelerimiz ve
energy,
bölgemiz arasındaki
commerce, and
bağlantısallığın da
infrastructure network
geliştirilmesi gibi konularda
strengthening, and
konulara
also
ağırlık
improving
verilmesinin
the
yararlı
connectivity between our
olacağını
countries
olacağı
and within
kanaatine
the
var.
region.
Ayrıca gençlik
We have
forumu
also
tesis etmeyi de
decided to
kararlaştırdık.
establish a youth forum.
Uluslararası platformlarda ve
And we
ortak
also
üyesi
think that
olduğumuz
it is
parlamenter
beneficial that we
asamblelerde
maintain
yakın
our
dayanışmamızı
strong and
sürdürmemizin
close
de şart
solidarity
olduğu
in
kanaatini
international
bir kere daha
platforms
ifade
and
ettik.
parliamentary assemblies,
Kadim dostluk
to
ve
all of
kardeşlik
which are
bağlarına sahip
members too.
3 ülke
These are
olarak
three
milli
countries with
davalarımızda
ancient
birbirimize olan
brotherly
sarsılmaz
ties, and we
desteğimizi
have
tekrar teyit
reaffirmed
ettik.
our
Bu davalarımızın başında gelen
relentless support
Filistin meselesinde
for
de
one another
iki
in our
devletli çözüm temelinde
national causes.
bir barışın bir
And
an
we
önce
have
tesis
also
edilmesi
reaffirmed our
arzumuzu yineledik.
desire
Bunun için
to
öncelikle
establish
akan kanın
lasting
durması,
peace
kalıcı bir
in
ateşkesin
Palestine
sağlanması,
within the basis of a
gerekli tüm
two-state
insani
solution. For
yardımların
that, the
hiçbir
bloodshed
engel
should be stopped,
çıkartılmadan
a permanent
Gazze'lilere
ceasefire should be
ulaştırılması
established,
ve
all
Gazze'nin yeniden
humanitarian
imarıyla
aid should have
birlikte
100%
Filistinli
access to
kardeşlerimizin
Gaza,
sarılmaya
and we
başlanması
also
en büyük
expect to mend
temennimizdir.
the wounds
Yakın
of our
zamanda
brothers and
ortaya çıkan
sisters in
gelişmeler
Palestine with
ümit
the
vaat ediyor.
rebuilding of Gaza.
Ancak
So recent
İsrail'in 2
developments
yıldır
are
geliştirdiği,
promising. But for the
gerçekleştirdiği kural
past 2
tanımaz
years,
ve saldırıdan
Israel didn't
yayılmacı
know
eylemleri
any
bu
rules.
süreçte
It was
çok
expansionist
dikkatli, çok
and it was
titiz ve
hostile
çok
and
yakın takip
aggressive. That's
edilmesi
why we need to
gerektiğini
keep a
ortaya koyuyor.
close eye on
Onun için
Israel.
3
For
ülkenin
that
de
reason,
ve uluslararası
as
camianın
these
da
three
bütünüyle
countries and the
gelişmeleri yakından
international
takip
community
etmesi ve
should
üç ülke
keep
olarak
on
bölgede barış ve istikrarın
closely
tesisine
following
katkı
the
sunmayı
region
sürdürmek
and also
zorundayız.
keep on
Çünkü
contributing
Netanyahu
to the
endişemiz odur
establishment
ki
of
Netanyahu ve
peace and
hükümeti
stability.
bu anlaşmayı
Our
imzalandıktan
concern is that the
rehineler
Netanyahu
kurtarıldıktan
and
sonra
government, after the
tekrar
agreement is
bildikleri
signed and
ezbere
after
geri
the
dönebilirler
prisoners are
ve
exchanged,
soykırıma,
they can go
katliamlara,
back to what they have been
gayri
doing in the
insani
first
davranışlarına
place, and
yeniden
they can
dönebilirler.
go back
Bunun için
to acting in an
uluslararası camianın
inhumane way.
bu
That's why
baskısını
the
hiç kesintisiz
international
uğratmaksızın
community should
sürdürmesi
keep on
ve
putting
barışın
pressure
kalıcı hale
on this
gelmesini
issue
temin
and
etmesi
also
gerekiyor. Bu
ensure
çerçevede
lasting
bu
peace
yıl
in
Nisan
the
ayında
region.
tesis ettiğimiz
That's why,
Filistin'i destekleyen
as the group
parlamentolar
of
grubu olarak
parliaments in
bu
support
sürece
of Palestine, which
parlamenter
was
boyutta da
established
destek vermek
April
için
this
yoğun
year,
çaba
we
sarf
will
edeceğiz.
continue to support
Saygıdeğer
this group from the
mevkidaşlarıma,
parliamentary
bu
dimension as
gruba
well. I
katılımları
would
ve
like to
verdikleri
thank
destek için
my
bir kez daha teşekkür
counterparts
ediyorum.
for
Çünkü Filistin'i
participating
destekleyen
and
parlamentolar
supporting this
grubunun
group, because
Pakistan,
this
Azerbaycan
group
ve Türkiye üçümüz de kurucuları
and
arasındayız
Azerbaijan,
ve
Pakistan
inşallah
and
bu grubu
Turkey are
genişletmeye
one of
devam
the
edeceğiz.
three of the founding
Ayrıca
members
büyük bir
of this
haksızlığa
group.
uğrayan Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk
And I would like
Cumhuriyeti'ndeki
to
kardeşlerimize
congratulate Azerbaijan
verdikleri
and
çok kuvvetli
Pakistan for the
destekten
strong
dolayı
support they
Azerbaycan
offered
ve
to our brothers
Pakistan'a
and
bir
sisters
kere
in
daha
the
şükranlarımı
Turkish
sunuyorum.
Republic of
Önümüzdeki
Northern
dönemde Kuzey
Cyprus, who
Kıbrıs
have
Türk
been
Cumhuriyeti
experiencing
Kuzey
great
Kıbrıs
injustice.
Türk Cumhuriyet
And I
Meclisi ile
wish that
temaslarımızı
their
ve
contact and their
işbirliğimizi de
collaboration
artırmamızı temenni ediyorum.
with the
Bugün burada imzaladığımız
with this
İslamabad
country
Deklarasyonu
and their
çerçevesinde
assembly as well.
aldığımız kararları,
So the decisions that we took
ve
today,
parlamentolarımız
and we have
arasındaki
exchanged
diyaloğu
views,
ve
and we have
işbirliği
engaged in
güçlendirme
parliamentary
niyetimizi bir
dialogue,
kere daha
and we
kayda
have
geçirmiş bulunuyoruz.
reaffirmed our need to
Toplantımızın
strengthen collaboration
güçlü
with this
işbirliğimizin
Islamabad
yanı sıra
Declaration that we have
bölgemizin
just
barış,
signed.
istikrar
So
refahına da
I hope
katkı
that this
sunmasını
meeting
ve
will
hayırlara
yield
vesile
to
olmasını
fruitful
temenni ediyorum.
conclusions for the
Bu toplantı
Trilateral
bir kere daha
collaboration
göstermiştir
along
ki
with the peace, stability and welfare of the region. What this platform showed us is that Azerbaijan, Pakistan, and Turkey are one nation, three states. This close relations that we have will give us much more strength, and we will act as a one nation in the international platform. So for the hospitality and for welcoming us, I would like to thank my brother Serdar Ayaz Sadık and also the entire nation of Pakistan and everyone else. And I wish everyone a fruitful meeting. Long live Pakistan, Turkey, and Azerbaijan friendship. Thank you.
Thank you, Excellency. Very touching and from the heart. I have noticed a few things, if I may share with my honorable colleagues here, and I just jotted them down. And you also must have noticed this thing. Issues are identical. For example, Indian held occupied Kashmir. Pakistan's stance has always been supported by Turkey and Azerbaijan. Palestine issue, we all three stand together. Northern Cyprus issue, we've always, Azerbaijan and Pakistan have stood with Turkey. Karabakh issue, Turkey and Pakistan have stood with Azerbaijan. Terrorism issue, Turkey and Azerbaijan has stood with Pakistan and Pakistan stand with them. Climate issue, Pakistan, Turkey and Azerbaijan stand together. India's aggression on Pakistan, Azerbaijan and Turkey stood with Pakistan. So it's unique that each and every issue of ours is as if we are one country. So this is the strong bond which I have witnessed today repeatedly again, and thanks to Almighty Allah that we think alike, like brothers and sisters. On behalf of the President of Pakistan, Mr. Asif Zardari, the gentleman he was unable to meet from the visiting delegations, he sent his good wishes, and from our members of Parliament, Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif Saab has conveyed good wishes to the honorable speakers and the delegations. Excellency, as we bring this historic conference to a close, I wish to express my deep gratitude, my sincere thanks to Your Excellency Speakers Sahiba Ghafarova and Speaker Noman Kurtulamus for your unwavering principled stand on Palestine, Jammu and Kashmir, and for your dedicated partnership. I would also like to commend the parliamentarians of the three brotherly countries for their wholehearted participation, which has made this meeting a resounding success. My deepest appreciation goes to the officers and staff of the National Assembly of Pakistan, whose tireless efforts had made this event seamless and memorable. To our esteemed guests, I wish you a safe and pleasant journey home. Please remember, Pakistan is and will always be your second home. You are welcome here always as we work together to fulfill our shared dreams of peaceful, progressive and sustainably developed region of our people and the generations to come. As the President had said, that once we are not in office, we are forgotten. I think we will form an association of former parliamentarians or present parliamentarians between our friendship groups and the friendship groups of the two brotherly countries. So the responsibility lies on our conveners Gilani Saab and Shaista Saab to make sure that after we retire from politics or are not elected again, that does not mean our relationship should end. Long live Pakistan, Azerbaijan, Turkey brotherhood. I formally declare the third Trilateral Speakers Conference concluded. Now, can we get up for this?
As the trilateral meeting concludes, may I request the three honorable speakers to kindly hold the copies of Islamabad Declaration together for the memorable camera click.
Open them or close? All pages are not signed.
Last page.
Last page, sorry, wait. Evidence.
Just a moment. I have to.
Thank you.
We shall now move to the venue of the dinner hosted by the Honorable Speaker of Pakistan. The protocol staff is requested to lead the Honorable delegations to the venue while the Honorable Speakers will be joining them in a short while. Thank you very much.